Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Coupe. Today, I am here with one of the most prominent Oriental medicine doctor in our community, Dr. Valenci. Dr. Valenci, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Coupe.
Oh, I have no choice to have you because the reality is that we have a lot of questions to answer.
Yes.
And in nature of understanding the misconceptions around this COVID-19 virus pandemic, I think you being present is important because it addresses a different element that we haven't been talking about here. This is pandemic day number 8, and I want us to talk about some of the misconceptions that you've heard about the virus.
I've heard a lot of misconceptions. One of the misconceptions is that prayer is enough. And with that misconception comes a sense of complacency, where people feel like they don't have to follow the advices because they're praying.
Yeah, and that's a very good one. And it's important that we collaborate with the pastors and the members of the churches in our community in order for us to send the right message. I think it's going to take teamwork on that one. And, the other thing is, the congregations, churches are impacted by this greatly.
Oh, yes.
I believe, a lot of them are now doing services online. Is that correct?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, a lot of them doing service online. So consider that and, speak to your pastors about that and let's do the right thing. Let's do the right thing here. What other misconceptions do you know of?
The other misconception is that there's some type of a war or division between conventional and alternative medicine.
No way.
Eastern and Western medicine.
No way. Really?
And so then it comes in the form that for people who are all about natural medicine, then there's a mistrust from that they have toward medical doctors. Okay. So during this time, some people might feel like I only want to take herbs, or I want to go see my acupuncturist or my naturopathic physician, and they might lose precious time if they need to go to the hospital. And I think that's a big misconception. And the best form of medicine is always integrated medicine. Both medicine have their proper place, and both medicine have their benefits. They have their strength and their weaknesses.
Well said. And I think everybody gets the point on why Dr. Valenci is here with me today, because that's exactly right. Well said, Dr. Valenci. I think it's important that we do this together. It's not going to be a one-way effort. It's going to need collaboration. All the disciplines have to come together during this pandemic.
Yes, no, and I think for people to really understand the importance of Western medicine, I call it Western medicine.
I got it. Although you live here with me, though.
Yes.
I mean,
or conventional medicine is for you to share with us how are things in the front line? How are things at the hospital? What are you seeing? Very challenging.
Very challenging. There are a lot of people that are sick. People who come in for your normal illnesses that we are used to, right? Besides the pandemic, on top of fear about the pandemic and whether they have the COVID-19. So it's very challenging for us, at the hospital and even here in the office. We're seeing and hearing and dealing with a lot of patients that's dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety. And that's directly impacting their ability to manage their chronic diseases. So that puts them at further risk. And so it's definitely challenging. Long hours, we're really in the front lines. I believe, we have to be open. We have to stand with the people in order to provide the right support. We can't close our doors, not right now.
Right. Yeah. And as someone who's not on the front line, one of my concerns has been, how are you guys coping? How are you coping without being burned out? And how are you taking care of yourselves?
Very good question. I'm not even going to pretend to doctor myself. How about that? But, I think some of the things are very common. It's harder to do sometimes, but we have to do it for each other. So it's not, I see I'm talking for myself, guys, but this is for everyone in general. So Dr. Valenci, what would you recommend me for self-care around this time period for me?
Yes, this goes for you, and this goes for you watching. Right now, it's so important to prioritize sleep. Sleeping is one of the best things we can do for the immune system. So sleep, also reducing stress. And times are stressful. So over the years, I've practiced a lot of different types of meditation. One of the meditations that I practice is called Vipassana meditation. And in Vipassana meditation, what you learn is to be centered in the eye of the storm, knowing that life is always changing. Things are always changing. And the more centered you are, the more equipped you are to actually deal with everything that's coming towards you.
Well, you know something, we need those tactics.
Yes, we do.
Thank you so much for sharing those. And where would people find more information to like know how to do it?
Online, I'm on Instagram and Facebook under Primordial Herbs, and we're actually going to share meditation information, meditation techniques, nutrition, and information on self-care.
Awesome. And this is perfect. And this is important, especially now that we have to stay home for most of the time now, right? And our elderly parents and grandparents. And these are things that we can do at home. For
so
self-care.
There are tons of things that we can do at home.
That's awesome. So something tells me that we're going to have more of these videos
yes.
Where Dr. Valenci is going to join us. He's going to join Dr. Coupe on these sessions to talk about this pandemic. This is the day number 8 of the COVID-19 pandemic. And we're here to provide all the updates. Continue to follow us here online. Leave us comments, what you think about this video, as well as anything else you want to hear or want either myself or Dr. Valenci to talk about. Thank you, everyone, for listening. This is Dr. Coupe, and this is now Dr. Valenci. Right? And
thank you for having me, Dr.
Thanks so much for being
here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.